If you're new to tools, you've probably seen one of these, a tape measure. They're everywhere. They're used in woodworking, metalworking, almost everything. And for some people, they can be rather hard to read, like on this imperial tape measure, where it's inches, and you got to read the inches in fractions of an inch. But all you see is marks. So how do you read one? Well, that's what this video is about. It's how to take those marks and make them into fractions. Let's get to it. Before we get into reading the tape measure, there's a couple of things you need to know about it. First, the end is extremely important. There's several things about the end of this tape measure, the hook, that you need to know about. First, you want to check it for bends. Like this one I have here, the end is bent, and that bend will throw off your measurement if you use it without straightening it out. And you can straighten it out. Just take a pair of pliers and bend it to a 90-degree angle again. Second, the looseness where the rivets are, it's not broke. That's part of the measurement system. It's to whether you're taking an inside measurement like on a door frame or an outside measurement like the length of a piece of board. So it compensates for the width of the hook. So you want to make sure that everything's good, no bends, and no excess looseness by the rivets. It should only move about 1/16 of an inch or so. Also, you want to check it for any kind of tears or damage that would, eventually it breaks your tape measure and you have to replace it. Tape measures you're not going to keep for forever. You're not going to keep it and pass it on to your grandkids. These are basically disposable. They wear out if you use them. So let's get to reading it. To start, we're going to move from my tape measure here to a drawing of a tape measure for simplicity so we can see the tick marks a little bit better. The first thing I want you to notice about a tape measure, and it's probably the most important, are the lengths of the tick marks here. And they're different lengths for a reason. The longer lengths are kind of the most important, so you read those first. And their measurement takes precedence over the other measurements later on down the line, the smaller ones. So the longer ones take precedence. And so if we look here, we see the longest one goes all the way across, and that's for a reason. Those are the whole inches. So if we remove all the tick marks, like on the bottom, if we remove them on the top, what we're left with is the longest ones, and those are the whole inch marks. So for our piece of material A, we hook the edge of the hook on one end and we pull the tape measure across it and we read where that edge falls. If it falls right on one of those longer marks, then it's a whole inch. So what we do is we just count the inches over, which will be 1 here and 2. So measured ticks is 2. And then, so A equals 2 inches if it falls directly on that longest mark. If we add in the next longest marks, those will be the 1/2 inch marks. So I added in the next longest marks. And so what we got for material B, hook on one edge of it, pull it across, B lands on the first 1/2 inch mark. And there's only 2 of them. So B measures 1 tick or tick mark, and the total tick marks is 2. So B is 1/2 or 1/2 of an inch. Now, what I want you to know right now is we're below 1 inch, so we're in the fractions. If your piece of material was longer than 1 inch or 2 inch or 3 inch, but doesn't quite fall on the whole inch mark, you'll read the fraction just like what we read for the 1/2 inch here. So if B landed on the 1 mark after the 1 inch mark here, it would be the same, and so B would be 1 1/2 inch long. So we're just going to deal with the fraction part, but wherever that fraction lands, you count the whole inches first and then add in the fraction. So if we add in the next longest mark, those will be the 1/4 inch marks. And so for material C, you just count the 1/4 inch marks, which will be 1, 2, and 3. So measured tick marks over is 3, and the total ticks is 4. So C will equal 3 over 4, or 3/4 of an inch. If we add in the next longest mark, that'll be the 1/8 inch marks. And so for material D, you just do the same way, you count over the marks, but I haven't numbered the 1/4 inch mark here and the 1/2 inch mark just to keep it kind of from getting a little too crowded, and we'll only read the numbers on the 1/8 inch marks. But you count them just the same. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So if D lands on the 7, it'll be measured ticks equals 7 out of the total ticks of 8. And so D will be 7 over 8. So it'd be 7/8 of an inch. Now, just to kind of reiterate, if D landed on the 4 here, it'd be 3, 4. It wouldn't be 4 over 8, 4/8. You would just, that fraction we reduce to 1/2, like what we just covered with the 1/2 inch marks. That's why there's a hierarchy to the marks. You read the longer ones first because they're the most important. They're the reduced fraction. So the next marks will be the 16th inch marks. And that's usually how fine of a tape measure will be. It'll usually go to about the 1/16 of an inch marks. And I've only numbered the 1/16 of an inch marks here for simplicity, because it'll really get a lot crowded if I didn't. So just count over from the hook. Hook your hook onto material E here, and then just count over the 1/16 of an inch marks. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it falls right on the 11th mark, and the total would be 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. So measured ticks is 11, right here, out of the total ticks of 16. So your material E would be 11 over 16, or 11/16 of an inch. Now, to put together everything we've learned, we're going to try to read material F. So we hook the hook on material F, we pull the tape measure across it, and then we read we look where it falls, where the edge falls. And the edge falls right on the 1/8 inch mark. So we want to count the 1/8 inch marks. And the 1/8 inch marks are here. So we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 measured marks out of how many? 6, 7, 8. So what would be the measurement for material F? It would be 5 over 8, or 5/8 of an inch. So there's a brief overview of the tape measure, and you just need to basically read the lengths of the marks and then count those different divisions of that length of mark, plus all the longer ones. Like when you read 1/4 inch, you read the 1/4 here, but you also read the 1/2 inch. This will be a 1/4, and then you also read the whole inch. So you read where the edge of the material falls, and then you read the longer ones after that. So basically just counting the number of tick marks, and then it's over the total amount for that inch. And then add in any whole inches in front of that, and you've got your measurement. So I hope this clears up tape measures for you and fractions. If you enjoyed this video, please like or subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.